Shalom, shalom. Nasika Hadassah here. I'm so thankful to Hashem for my community here at Learn Torah Hebrew Academy, presided over by Rav Nasika Hadassah ben Levi. Here we uphold the entirety of Torah in its written and oral forms, as well as its deeper mysteries, its sod. It is through being so nourished here by our teachings and discussions and profound discourse here at Learn Torah Hebrew Academy that we learn why the oral tradition is necessary. The teachings transmitted from the master to the student, the rabbi to the Talmud, emulates the creator. The purpose of our creation is to emulate Hashem in all his ways, to mirror him, to reflect him, as indeed he created creation to mirror and reflect himself, to transmit himself into vessels that would seek to earn the merit of him sharing his presence by descending into the physical world, to share his presence by embodying his Torah, his attributes, his emanations, and thus reflecting as above, so below. As Hashem is and as he does, so shall we be and do. Thus his very name, meaning to exist in this world, as we exist to serve him by embodying him and attaching him to and spreading him throughout this physical world. We transmit, share, and pass down teachings orally because so did he, by uttering through his utterance, manifesting all of creation. There is and always has been a written and an oral Torah because Hashem himself wrote and spoke the Torah. It is said that before the creation of the world, Torah was written by the Creator. It was written and engraved into the very fabric of creation as an allusion to the title of Rav Nasika Hadassah's book, which itself is an allusion to the teachings of the Sefer Yetzirah. Thus, we transmit and pass down oral teachings and written because Torah itself was uttered and spoken as well as written. Before the creation of the world, Hashem himself, the creator, wrote and engraved Torah on black fire by white fire. And he spoke and uttered Torah. His utterance called into being all of creation. Thus, with wisdom, with Torah as the principal thing, all was created. So I preface this by emphasizing the necessity of both written and oral Torah as encompassing the whole of Torah, because it is the oral tradition that teaches us in Gemara Tractate Gittin 62a that the rabbis are as kings. And what is a rabbi? It is a skilled marksman who teaches us to accurately hit the mark. For sin is falling short of the mark, missing the mark. And through missing that mark, we separate ourselves from the Creator and from reflecting and emulating him and embodying his attributes. Thus, falling short, we fall further away. And that is the nature of sin. However, the rabbi, the guide of the perplexed, the guide will teach the student to accurately hit the mark, to shoot himself like an arrow into the very heart of Hashem, to embody him, to merge with him, to become one, to reflect him. The rabbis are kings, our oral tradition teaches us, because all the sages have affirmed and attested to this. Therefore, it is with great pleasure that I share that it was my honor and privilege to witness the crowning of two kings. This past Erev Shabbat on the 26th of Av, 5784, the 30th of August, 2024, I witnessed the Rabbinical Ordination of two powerful brothers, teachers, and leaders at Learn Torah Hebrew Academy, elevated to a higher installation. Yet in this elevation, it is by the very merit of their extreme, potent, and profound humility and their willingness to serve. For in the emulation of Hashem, in their humility, they bow low to serve Hashem by serving his people, just as Hashem himself bowed low to bless his creation by the ultimate altruism of sharing himself with his creation. To quote one of our brothers, our rabbis who were recently crowned, Rabbi Yirmiyahu, Torah is that which binds us to Hashem. Torah is that which binds us to Hashem, and through the knowledge of Torah, we realize that we are truly his image by reflecting and emulating him. Therefore, in his image, we walk in Torah, and truly, in this installation of these rabbis, these melanated kings, we have truly witnessed a paradigm shift in that we see two Black brothers, two Black Hebrew Israelites that are walking in the image of Hashem. Now that's very powerful because it is the image that imprints itself indelibly into our very being and shapes and influences our consciousness individually and collectively. As a writer and author myself, I know that words are powerful as the pen is a sword, and words themselves create realities. However, I know that what is written and spoken to teach and impart, what we teach through ideologies and philosophies, can only go so far. The image, as they say, is truly worth more than 1,000 words, and it is the image that influences us.
It is important to note that although we can be sure that we are the descendants of the biblical Hebrew Israelites, etymologically, ideologically, philosophically, linguistically, culturally, and anthropologically, it is, however, difficult for many of our people to divorce from the European images that have been enforced upon us. Therefore, we must reclaim and reset the image.
When we think of the images of the Europeans that have influenced our self-perception and our perception even of our Creator, even of our patriarchs, our matriarchs, our tzaddikim, our sages, even of Mashiach, we know how powerful the programming of those images is. It is so important that we as a community were able to see two Black kings being crowned as rabbis, being stamped indelibly upon our consciousness and being in the image of Hashem. This was truly for the culture. We say as Black people that we're doing things for the culture, but through the merit of Rav Nasi Abdiel Ben Levi's tireless work in serving the community and empowering our Black Hebrew Israelites to reclaim our identity through reclaiming the whole of Torah and our true customs that have been borrowed and appropriated by others, this is truly for the culture. To quote our other great rabbi that was just ordained, Rabbi Zafon, the world was created to give a reason for Torah to be applied. The world was created to give a reason for Torah to be acted out and its wisdom to manifest Hashem's light into this physical realm. So these two kings, these two rabbis, these two great men of valor, men of Torah, we salute you. And we thank you for your service to community, walking in the image of Hashem and showing us through your service the reason for which we were created, the reason for which the world was created, and that being the uplifting of Torah. Mazel tov, again and again and again. Baruch Hashem. Congratulations and deep bows and salutations to our rabbis in this unprecedented first Rabbinical Ordination at Learn Torah Hebrew Academy. Shalom, shalom.